So you're probably looking for an entry-level microphone to get, and you're not sure which one's the right one for you. Today we're going to compare 6 different microphones. The Behringer XM8500 microphone, the AudioTechnica AT2035 USB microphone, the Fifine K688 microphone, the Maono PD200X microphone, the Fifine AM8 microphone. And even though this next one is in a different category, we're also going to have a look at the AudioTechnica AT2035 microphone. I'm LL Mel, and you're watching Creators Tech, technology for creators. Some of these following microphones do have dual capabilities, such as being able to be used in USB mode or XLR mode, but some of them are XLR only. So to keep things fair in this microphone comparison, we have decided to use the Fifine Applegame SC1 audio interface so that these microphones can be tested in XLR mode. First, we're going to begin with the sound quality test. You are now listening to the Behringer Ultra Voice XM8500 microphone. You are now listening to the AudioTechnica AT2035 USB microphone. This is the Fifine K688 microphone in XLR mode. This is the Maono PD200X microphone in XLR mode. We are now testing the Fifine AM8 microphone in XLR mode. This is the AudioTechnica AT2035 microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, let's go ahead and check out the sibilance test for each one of these microphones. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. 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 Now we're going to listen in to a plosive test. Now we're going to listen in on the audio quality of these microphones at various distances. This is what this microphone sounds like as I'm speaking directly onto it. This is what the microphone sounds like at a slightly greater distance. This is what the microphone sounds like at an even greater distance. This is what the microphone sounds like at an even greater distance. This is what this microphone sounds like when I speak directly into it. This is what the microphone sounds like at a slightly greater distance. This is what the microphone sounds like at an even greater distance. This is what the microphone sounds like at an even greater distance. This is what this microphone sounds like up close. This is what the sound is like a little bit further. This is what the sound is like even further. This is what the sound is like at an even further point. This is me speaking right into the microphone. This is me speaking at a greater distance from the microphone. This is me speaking at an even greater distance from the microphone. This is me speaking at an even greater distance from the microphone. This is a distance test on this microphone. This is a distance test of this microphone. This is the distance test of this microphone. This is the distance test of this microphone. This is what this microphone sounds like when speaking directly into it. This is what the microphone sounds like at a slightly greater distance. This is what the microphone sounds like at an even greater distance. This is what the microphone sounds like at an even greater distance. Now we're going to listen in to the handling noise of each microphone. Now we're going to see how well these microphones reject the background noises of mouse and keyboard sounds. Here is the keyboard sound, and here is the mouse sound. Here is the keyboard sound, and here is the mouse sound. Typing on the keyboard, clicking on the mouse. Typing on the keyboard, clicking on the mouse. This is the keyboard typing as I am speaking. And this is the mouse clicking as I am speaking as well. Typing on my keyboard, clicking on my mouse. Typing on my keyboard. So we are checking and testing for keyboard clicks. And we're also checking and testing for mouse clicks as well. I'm typing on the keyboard, clicking on the mouse. I'm typing on the keyboard and clicking on the mouse. And once again, we're going to listen in to the general sound quality of each one of these microphones. You have just listened to the Behringer Ultra Voice XM8500. You have just heard the sounds of the AudioTechnica AT2035 USB microphone in XLR mode. This has been the Fifine K688 in XLR mode. This has been the Maono PD200X microphone in XLR mode. This has been the Fifine AM8 microphone in XLR mode. This has been the AudioTechnica AT2035 microphone. AT2035 microphone. I want to go ahead and remind you that there is no right or wrong answer when it comes to choosing the right microphone for your situation. A lot of these microphones that you just listened to are considered entry-level microphones. So what do I think about the Behringer XM8500? This microphone is legendary because of its low price point, its great build quality, and its great sound signature. Now, it's not the best, as you've probably heard. However, considering anything else that you might find for the $20 price point, this is probably the one that offers the best bang for your buck when you're looking for something at an extremely low entry-level price. This is a great entry-level microphone that I would recommend for anybody that's starting off with streaming or an amateur podcast. Up next, we have the AudioTechnica AT2005 USB microphone. This was one of my favorite microphones for years. It offered a great bang for buck. Typically, it would range anywhere between $50 to $80, just depending on the supply and demand of this microphone. And sometimes you can even find it bundled in an educator's pack with some headphones and a stand and a couple of other things as well. The sound signature of this microphone is quite processed. It was a sound signature that I liked for a long time. Now that there's newer mics out there, I think they have refined the sound quality. So if you can find this maybe at a pre-owned price, a little bit lower, this might be the right one for you because it does offer flexibility in the terms of how you can use it, whether it be directly connected to a PC via USB cable or just connected to an audio interface via XLR. It offers really nice sound. And now we're going to look at one of the newer microphones. It's the Fifine K688 microphone. This is a microphone with excellent sound quality. Very clear, very sibilant. However, in the lows, it does come in a little bit more on the flat side. The lows are not that boosted, which in my opinion, it sounds like it's a little textured in sound. Sometimes the sound texture is something that people are looking for, and that's why some of these microphones become so popular. Now we're coming up on some of my personally favorite sounding microphones. The Maono PD200X is a microphone that comes in at a price point of about $70, more or less depending on whether you find it on sale or not. This is one of the newer microphones that pulls double duty also. It does USB and XLR options. It comes in with some RGB lighting, which personally I don't care much about, but if you do, that's something that's gonna look pretty nice on your streams, especially if you're streaming for a gaming audience. You can't go wrong with this microphone. It has a really good sound signature. I personally prefer the sound signature of this one the most. It does sound a little bit more processed because the lows are boosted and the highs are boosted as well, so it provides exceptional clarity and also exceptional fullness and richness to the sound of this voice. It sounds a little bit more like what you would listen to in a radio broadcast. Then up next, the Fifine AM8 microphone. In my opinion, this is probably the best all-around microphone to recommend right now. It comes in at one of the lowest price points, typically found for about $55, depending on whether you find it on sale or not. This offers the greatest bang for buck. One of the greatest features of the AM8 is the sound signature. It comes in very natural sounding, probably the most natural sound out of most of these microphones that you just listened to. The Fifine AM8 is one of these microphones that does USB and XLR as well. Now, it's completely subjective, but one of the downsides, at least in my opinion, is the size of the AM8 microphone. However, I also believe that because of the size, you are able to get the sound that it does have. One of the reasons why it's so good at rejecting plosives, it's that very thick windscreen that it uses. The end result being a very natural sound. It's probably one of the microphones that allows your voice to come through as it truly is. Finally, one of my personal favorite of all time microphones, the AudioTechnica AT2035. I don't consider this microphone to be in the same category as the rest of them that you just heard. However, I wanted to include it because sometimes we get stuck in the category or the tier of entry-level microphones, and we don't get exposed to what's out there beyond this level. The AT2035 is a microphone that typically retails for somewhere around the range of $130 to up to $150, depending on the supply and demand of this microphone. It is a condenser microphone. That being said, it doesn't reject background noise as well as some of the other microphones. However, as you can clearly hear, it is very, very clear, exceptionally clear in its sound quality. Not only that, it picks up the bass in your voice quite nicely, rounding out the fullness in sound. If you thought that some of the other microphones, the entry-level microphones, sounded excellent, you will think twice once you compare it to the AT2035. At the end of the day, I wanted you to go ahead and expand your horizons and be able to look towards the future. And beyond the AT2035, there are bigger and better things as well. But for now, we have to begin with small steps. I hope that I was able to help you in today's microphone comparison so that you can make the right choices for your needs. There is no right or wrong answer, only the answer that is right for you at this point in time. If you found value in this video, please go ahead and support us by clicking that like button. Or if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. If you are considering in purchasing any one of these microphones, I would go ahead and recommend you check out our affiliate links in the item description for this video. Any sale made by clicking on one of these links helps us earn a commission so that hopefully I can continue bringing you more content in the future. It has been a pleasure putting this video together for you. I'm LL Mel, and thank you for watching Creators Tech, technology for creators.